I still just I do believe I believe in Randy, and there is our boy on the screen. I'm so excited to get Randy on the stream here, to have this Sivir deck that he's been working on basically since day one. And wow, they even kept one of the guys from round one. This is the Irelia player from round one of today that is playing against Randy. They wanted Randy on so bad that they repeated the Irelia player. Have you played against Randy's Sivir with Irelia, Kuvi? Because I have, but it was with an old version of Irelia. So it's pretty different than this version. I know this is closer to what you'd been playing for a while. Have you played this matchup?
Not much, no.
Okay.
I played against, I mean, there's, I'm not sure which version it is. Is it just regular Sivir? Is it the shovel, triple shovel one?
This
I mean,
is
I'm not gonna
no. I mean, you can. This is the same thing he's been playing for months. It's more refined than it was months ago, but he's been on this for a while. And
Should be rough for Irelia then.
Yeah, I found that we had split some amount of games, but generally it felt pretty Sivir favored. And as you see the Zon Warrens, I think you can guess a little bit of what direction this is going. We are going to easily be getting one of these bingo squares.
I'm guaranteed this Irelia player is very confused when he saw the Zon Warrens.
Yeah. Unless he's gotten some scouting from other people, right? Like, unless he kind of has friends in the area that have seen Randy playing and he has an idea. But it's possible he has no intel on this.
Yeah.
But it's the effect of our own kind of like prep group bubble, maybe. But like, I feel like to me, a regular Sivir or like the most common Sivir should be non or not.
Well, that's what I thought too. And then everyone is telling me that Aurora Sivir is normal, and I think it is just us being in this this prep group.
It is our bubble.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. Let's go, Randy.
All right.
Ooh.
And there you see. Oh, this hand is very good.
Stream is saying, because they're gonna be like looking at this and like, why is there 2 drops?
Yep. Yep. But Seal Ezreal found already, and he's got the Trove. Pretty nice start for Randy.
And you gotta take all his notes already.
So, as you can see, this is the miracle shell, right? That we can he's sent back a merchant, got a new merchant, but this is a miracle shell for Sivir. Trove is just a very strong card in Sivir, because it replaces itself and then gives you a gold.
Yeah, I'm kind of shocked. Every single deck should just have this miracle package in it. If it's got purple, I don't know.
Randy is very good at piloting this though too. I fully expect him to know his stack. It comes up very frequently with the Sivir deck. You are very often actually playing towards cards that you have stacked early in the game and you know are going to be there. So as long as Randy is locked in, he should know his stack perfectly and be able to cover it.
Yeah, I mean, everyone knows, like, just from China, from him interacting with a lot of the Chinese players, they've been very surprised with his memory on the deck, because even when he wasn't taking notes, he was able to literally play, I think he played a challenge and then knew his next card was Fizz, and then played Fizz and challenged him again.
Yep, and as you should. Anytime you're playing a Miracle deck, this is why I think a lot of people are saying that they think Miracle is still like turbo broken, and if you're playing purple, you should be playing Miracle. If you know your stack and you are playing a deck with the way to be able to dig towards your stack, it is incredibly powerful. A lot of Flesh and Blood players have been, experimenting with different Miracle shells because they naturally are quite good at pitch stacking. You cannot take notes in Flesh and Blood, so you have to just memorize it, and so that's not really an issue here. Finds the purple on turn 2, has the Seal, so Seal and Ezreal available. Is that just stacked as the third card? It's a relatively easy turn for him then.
And he can get going very soon.
This is so cool. Hold up, Kuvi, are you seeing this? This Irelia player was 6-0-2.
Yeah,
which is
I think
6 wins, 2 losses, by the way, Anu, if you've forgotten.
Oh,
But that's what that means.
I'm a lot less interested then. Yeah, okay, never mind. But cool, game 1 sneaky deckhand. I was just risen up this card last night, and
Yeah. This is the Irelia that we saw in round 1 as well. They wanted Randy on the stream so bad that they repeating the same player. So yeah, Seal Ezreal available for this turn.
I like how he's using the new sleeves. They look really nice.
The most important cards in this matchup are... There's 4 cards, really. It's Sabotage, Mansplitter, Rebuke, and Switcher. These are the key cards in this matchup for Sivir against Irelia in general. Everything else doesn't really matter that much. Like,
So-
even a punch first, Irelia should be able to get through.
So it looks like Randy is still holding out one more turn for Heap. Feels like it is fine to just go for the Sivir on this turn, not worrying about the accelerate on that. The tempo of the game is slow enough that just a development is fine. Get the gold and the seal established. And then
This
if he
is
finds a Heap off the top, he can just
super
Giga Dig.
For the Irelia player, this is just a gamble. If Randy has challenged, the game is over.
And he can dig for it. If he's wanting to try and look for that answer to try and end the game, he can dig.
I don't know. I think it goes beyond Heap too. I think if you're using this as a development turn, like in a sense, Ezreal is like development / selection. I would much rather just develop with the what's it called, the more powerful, like whatever is just better for like tempo, which I think Sivir is and Ezreal is not. And then you use Ezreal to like next turn sort of like get more context on like what you should discard, what you're looking for, based on like what the Irelia player does.
Got a very good choice here of picks. Pick from 4 cards. Choosing the Charm.
Yep. Makes sense to me. You don't want to just be losing anything for free. You're often not going to be able to defend against the Charm. Knowing the other info is going to allow you to play around it, but the Charm itself, you just don't have recourse to. That will just happen, right? Like, it's just going to pull your guy in, it's just going to kill it. He wants to be able to pick his combats. It's not like he is, because you're running the Miracle package, you can't just have infinite combat tricks. So you need to be able to deal with some of these different options. I think Seal is going to end up being likely. Double Seal really strong for this deck. On the Hunt doesn't feel necessary yet, and I believe that was just another 2-drop.
Yeah, it was the Traveler, I think.
Seal feels easy, and he still has Ezreal to keep digging. Now he's gonna have to pass this over, shuffle it up, let the guy pick which ones, and he just has to basically remember that those are 2 cards that are together, and so he's gonna put them. You see him writing in his notes, right? He puts the slash. Those 2 are together in his stack as he's going down. You do have time, to do notes. This is untimed as well, but I think Randy is generally very quick at playing this deck. He understands his lines, so you can take notes. You don't even have to put the burden on yourself to memorize the entire lines.
I like the sequencing here too. Playing the stack
this-
deck, yeah, gives you the option to play challenge if you find it. Worst case scenario, you have a 3 cost in Ezreal or whatever to play right after. So
Right.
We found the
stack.
challenge.
Sees challenge shovel. That's probably just going to the bottom. I think the other was the called shot, and he does have the Ezreal in hand. So next turn he can really start to keep digging and keep stacking for that second cycle, knowing exactly what he'll find. So the big thing is you want to get to the point where you are in that second cycle and you know exactly what cards you are drawing, or at least you have the 50-50 on what cards you're drawing, right, as you're getting through. Of course, called shot is just perfect stacking, perfect information. But the other side of it is going to be
Generating a gold here.
Oh, I think Randy has made a mistake here. He thought he had played Ezreal. Yep, this is the stream jitters. Randy thought he had played Ezreal, so he repeats his call shot, and he had only paid for 1. I'm pretty sure he thought he had an Ezreal down. I think he just kind of forgot, because usually he would, but we're gonna see what he goes.
He definitely forgot, but it's not gonna. I don't think it's gonna be a huge.
No, it'll be
deal
okay.
in the end.
It'll be
But-
okay because he's double seal. He'll be okay this game. Being -1 rune in this spot is certainly going to be probably annoying, especially for his next turn. You're usually pretty meticulous about how many runes you have exactly.
I have a question that you might know, or someone might know. The notes that Randy's taken down,
Oh my god, yeah, it's public.
His
Yes, opponent
yeah,
could
his
opponent could reach over, but like this is the I don't know if this is true or not, but Randy was like nobody speaks English here, so it might just be fully advantageous. You get to like write in English, not think about these kind of things. I don't know. I don't know what that policy is actually like, or if Randy has like come up
He
with
does
like a
shorthand
code,
anyway.
yeah, shorthand code, that kind of thing, so that it's like
He-
obscured.
so you saw there were 3 people on the table. Normally there's 2. The third one is acting as Randy's translator.
They have no obligation to translate the notes though that Randy's taking, right?
I mean, if it's
No,
supposed
they
to be
don't.
public info, I mean, in theory they could, but also, yeah, I mean, they would have to reach over and look at the notes.
Because I think that'd be fucked up if like they got a translator to like reveal obfuscated data or whatever. But whatever.
So I no longer have Randy's stack because we saw the we didn't get to see either of the choices on the call shot here, but
we know he took Rebuke, right? In the
Lots
second
of
one.
draw here.
Yep, playing Stellacorn on top of trees so that you can actually get the draw from the targeting from the right domain, and then the movement will actually, the double movements into the zone, into base will draw you to if you want to go back to base, which you should be going back to base. But that's a lot of points and a lot of draw, but that Irelia is...
she's kind of in danger, right?
not-
I mean, it's only one rune.
I mean, we kind of need to hide the fighter fight to basically
Yeah.
put her out of range of stuff. Also, Flash is really good.
Yeah, but he doesn't have enough rooms for flash, so
Yeah, just for future turns,
Next
I mean,
turn.
sorry. Because, as I said, the important cards in this matchup
on
are
guard.
Switcheroo and Rebuke, and Flash actually is a good answer to those.
I mean, Randy knows from the notes that he has a Defy and a Fight or Flight. So if a hitting card goes down,
Yeah,
gonna-
I mean, he's always gonna know that this is gonna be fight or flight here.
I also think knowledge of the Defy is why Randy pushed with the call shot last turn too, right? Like part
Didn't
of me
want to let it
says
get defied.
yeah, and I think the what's it called? It's just making sure that it resolves is way too important. You just need the
he took the Confront, not the Rebuke.
Confront is pretty useful, honestly. If Irelia is trapped on a battlefield at any point, that does give you a lot of opportunity to potentially run her over. You're able to drop a lot of might out of nowhere with this deck.
I'm still clueless about what this deck is. I'm ready for the big surprise that this Confront is bringing in. I'm going to assume I think I know what it is, but
It's just Rasa. We see a Rasa.
Easy enough,
Yeah.
yeah. You see Rasa in
Really
hand.
good.
Yeah, no, at this point, I think people should generally have an idea of what you're looking at. There's nothing too crazy at that point, but it's it is definitely some pilot differencing as well. I think Randy is really solid on this list. Might even just see the Confront taken away at this point. Yeah, just gonna drop it.
stack
But
deck
that's
and
just
another
good.
Rasa.
Another Sabo as well.
Oh, was it Sabo?
Yeah, just keep in mind the 4 cards: Sabotage, Mind Splitter, Rebuke, and Switcher. Those are like the key cards. They're good against Irelia.
Defies
I'm
this.
so surprised by that. I'm not sure. I think you should be doing that. You need this Irelia to not die.
Yeah, Randy
Randy
knew
is
about this,
completely
so this
fine with
is yeah. The interesting thing is Randy knew that was there, right? He saw it in his initial look, so he cast
Because
that
he
with
had
full
it.
knowledge.
Irelia had on guard in hand. If we keep on guard, the Irelia just never dies to challenge. But now she's just dead to Sivir challenging her, no matter what you do, which is very suspicious in my opinion.
I don't think he's recognized that there's a challenge in this deck. He's playing assuming there's no challenge. I feel like.
Just gonna push the own Irelia, which makes sense. Get the draw. 2 runes up. I'm not sure exactly what Randy's going to look for here. I wonder if it's stack deck, potentially look to hide the fight or flight to save Sivir on the next turn. Basically do the same play that we saw out of the
Irelia needs
Irelia.
to die. Irelia needs to die now. There's no...
well, we put the challenge at the bottom. We did not have one before, so
It's an awkward 3 cards.
Yeah, awkward look. He got rid of a redundant Ezreal earlier. He just played one, so the heap is a little bit harder to use, but it is still on Warrens, so it could be easy enough to still just get value out of that heap.
that's a good question. Is there downwell in this deck?
Probably not in the main board.
If it is downwell, then based.
Yeah, and then if there is downwell, what are Irelia's answers to it in game 1? I guess just legend ability, right?
Yeah, in game 1 you just re-accelerate. Okay, so new look as well for the sabotage. You're gonna get the updated info. Good combat tricks available for Irelia. So this early stages are still tough. Not fully to the pop-off potential yet for Sivir as well, right? Because double called shot already gone, a lot of the draw missing, so gonna be looking for extra copies of Fizz. One Ezreal down, doesn't have another Ezreal in hand because one just got put to the bottom. Still looking for the rest of the Rasas. Still looking for the rest of the big kind of combo pieces that can come through. I like the Fireflight draw here. It's gonna be really nice to get the Sivir back, be able to play around the Sivir on the following turn.
Yeah, nine cards in trash here also for Randy.
Yeah, that means Roxa's gonna get online soon.
I mean, this Fizz dies, right? And then Ross is free. So we probably see Rasa comes down as long as we get a good draw next turn.
My boy is hydrating. Let's go.
Healthy mind. Keep hydrated.
Yep. He knows that there's no Defy unless one was drawn. Defy draw here would be pretty painful, but generally just going to be easy enough. Push this back. Save Sivir, draw a card. Irelia gets to go to 5 on this turn, so Randy's basically got like one more turn after this to really find the stabilization on the board, which can be tough. But there is a lot of potential for this deck to just create an overwhelming amount of might, especially as he shreds the hand with the sabotages. The issue has been, I think Irelia has done a great job on continuing to find draws off of Dreaming Tree, keep the Stellacorn around, find a lot of extra cards. Oftentimes, the sabotages are able to keep the hand in check so that Sivir can outvalue you over the course of the game, and so far, Irelia has done a very good job keeping up in value. And in fact, being a little bit ahead in value in this game, which is not common against the Sivir list.
This card's Poro, probably.
Yeah, one of the 2 drops for sure. I think Tide Turner is much more useful. I agree with you, Kuvi. It's got to be Poro.
Yeah, I think the Ride the Wind on the Stellacorn is specifically what
was a great play.
Yeah, like is the hack here. So
okay, now you have to draw a billion cards. So you have to Elephant the Stellacorn, push her into tree, and then keep flash for double tree Stellacorn and Irelia on tree.
Yep, I like it. I mean, just really playing around the Stellacorn and keeping resources up is super good into the spot. Often the way that Sivir is outvaluing you is actually just by destroying your hand while she's drawing a lot of cards. So
We're actually
Oh my god, we're drawing. We're giga drawing.
I like also the recycle of
Drawing as much as you can with the Stellacorn.
Yeah. No, this is very smart. This is really understanding what your win con is in this deck. Picks up a not so fast, so going to be insulated from a potential challenge that Randy can look to find. Having the flash is really good. Randy did see that on the sabotage, right, and left the flash, so understanding that flash is still going to be able to pull back Irelia on this next turn, won't be able to just go in and clear it.
And he just flashes both.
Just going to do it now. So now the Irelia is exposed, actually, but the Stellacorn is going to be able to draw even more.
Holy.
Yeah, we're
I
drawing.
think I drew a ton this turn.
No, we didn't. We didn't draw from tree this turn. So.
Oh, this thing we missed
The
it.
on guard was on the.
Yeah.
Wait, the judges are letting that go through?
No, that he did not draw from tree on this turn.
Three
Oh my
not
god, he's
so
got 3 not so fast. Okay, he's just never getting.
Yeah, well, see, so now it's just like an energy issue, right? Because currently it's only 1 energy. So Randy actually has 1 turn here to try and make a big punish into this single energy available for Irelia. After this turn, I do think Randy is in serious trouble. So this has to be a big turn. And he does have the scrap heap to start this out with a draw 2 off of Zon Warrens. So he's going to be able to find a lot of potential answers, but he is going to be on a pretty low rune turn with only 6 runes. So we'll see if he can actually find enough off of this. I think it's possible. I'm curious if that rune from the earlier mistake actually hurts him. But even that mistake, he might have played it anyway due to the fact that, as we mentioned, he might have been playing around Defy. Oh, they're asking him to stack his grave.
Yeah, I just don't know if it would, repeat there if he, didn't have Ezreal.
Yeah.
I wonder why we saved the Death Runner instead of the Irelia, right? And because you can, with Flash, you don't have to target 2 different battlefields. You can just target the same battlefield, 2 units on the same battlefield.
Here's
so
the
you can
challenge.
just brought the Irelia back.
Is that a
He has the
punch first?
challenge. There were infinite draws, so he has to be worried about Defy, but he ate 1 earlier, and I think we're going to be in a spot where he rips this Defy on this, or this challenge on this turn because he has to. So we're going to see very likely double Rasa develop. Oh, it's a hidden fighter flight, so that's going to be able to get the Irelia away. Challenge is still likely to come down on this turn.
I do
We'll see how
think
this
it's
starts.
interesting that because of the play last turn from the Irelia player, all of the hand knowledge we had is just kind of non-existent anymore. So like, we
Yeah, there's way too many draws.
Yeah, Randy needs to find a. I don't know if he's running Mind Splitter. He's gonna look maybe for a Sabo would be great, just so you can. Having that knowledge would be
Gotta
amazing.
confront.
Ooh. Confront, and we have double Rasa in hand.
Yeah. The issue is just this fighter flight, right? It's just gonna save the Irelia, so that's not something that you can really contend with. But you can start to develop a lot of might that maybe you can actually still get around Irelia's high end of might. The problem is just that she drew so many cards. If you can't kill the Irelia herself, you're probably not winning in might.
Yeah, I think the other issue here is that, like, it's a fight or flight. You can probably guess it.
Yeah.
Irelia goes back to base. You're looking to get rid of her with base removal, so that's a challenge. Now the question is are you legally allowed to cast this challenge with just your Rasas, or do you have to like do crazy shit like preemptively play punch first and then challenge because you're that afraid of drawing into like a bunch of the defiant dances and things like that, right? So it's
Wait,
with closed
what?
information.
What?
Just accepting the trade. Randy has to be incredibly happy about this.
What
He
just
gets a
happened?
kill onto the Rasa, or onto the Irelia, and now he gets to just redevelop all this this might with the
don't-
Rasas.
Maybe the opponent just thinks the Sivir is important to his game
No,
plan.
they must. They must think it's important. Yeah.
Like, there's literally no other reason why you would do that.
Yeah, I still think that the Irelia is in a fine spot. I think all the drawing they've done has been incredibly impactful for their
I mean,
game.
they can win next turn, right? They have Draven.
Yes, but they don't have runes for
So-
that. They only have 4 runes. Draven is 6 runes to even play. So
Oh,
they're not going to be able to really do anything there. But I do think that the ability to just get a bunch of might on the board for Randy and still hold up double punch first, because he now has double punch first in hand, is really difficult for the Irelia to play around, especially because 2 fighter flights are gone. And it's not with the Irelia Chosen Champion that's getting extra bonuses from all of these buffs. This is just going to be on a Stellacorn or an Elephant, and I think the amount of might that Randy is going to be able to put down, plus, okay, not even going to worry about the... I like this as well. Not even worry about the punch first. Kill the Stellacorn. Deny this, cut off this draw engine and try and prevent anything more from coming through.
Yep, this guy doesn't know. This guy's like asking what Sivir does. Why is she standing up? Why is he making gold?
So is that gold that's under his? It is readied, right?
Yeah, there is a ready gold right now.
Yeah. Can you just explain why he didn't use that gold that is readied?
Randy stood it up because he's like, that died, but he didn't. It didn't resolve yet.
Oh, they're waiting for it to resolve. Generally, you're saving you're just making an additional gold here, trying to get value out of Sivir. I'm trying to remember the exact heuristics. Randy's talked to me about this on like why you generally would make the gold over not over saving the rune. We are at the point in the game where he probably has enough runes to play everything he's ever going to want in his hand. So the additional gold is going to prevent him from deramping those future turns. Because we're on double punch first. We're on, like, really it's going to be the future deramps that are the problem, not just going down one here. And you're going to play it all in like a single turn. And so actually getting an additional gold now is going to give you the ability to do that without completely nuking your entire rune base. I think that's probably the likely decision as to why he decided to go for it, because I think he's going to be on he's going to be on 8 runes. I don't think he needs to be on 9 runes instead. I don't think 9 runes is doing anything for him. So it makes a little bit more sense to actually just make the gold now for this like double punch first massive turn, so he's not completely out.
I'm just still so confused about the
not pushing. Yeah, I'm also confused. I think, I mean, this is what Yuj was saying. A lot of players just do not understand. Like, no Sivir players are playing this deck. This is like, at least not in China, right? So
yeah, at this point, he's just gonna get blown out. Like, the Irelia player's done for the rest of this game. I think he doesn't have the units. He doesn't have the runes.
no, but that doesn't
And-
like. Does that explain why we didn't fight or flight the?
well,
Yeah, I mean,
this explains him thinking that the Sivir was an important part of the game plan. So thinking trading was good for him when trading was not good for him.
Because he
I mean,
was not expecting the confront Rasta followed by a challenge. Like, that was just not something he first saw coming, and that's just gonna cost him the first game.
Yeah, I mean, I do think it's quite funny that the Irelia player just let their Irelia die when the card was there. Like, they had a card that was like, hey, draw a card, save your Irelia. And they were like,
Yeah.
no, I will kill this Sivir. Which, you know what? Surprised. I did say yesterday, right? Like, I think any legend can get to top 64 as long as you're a good player.
Darren?
So, and you gotta go for surprise factor for that.
Yeah, I mean, there is a certain point where now after this game, you should understand that Randy is like a Miracle deck. Like, think about this like Miracle Draven. It's a bit different though. It has orange cards as well, right? They're doing some things that are different than what Draven Miracle does, but it is playing a lot of these Miracle cards that you're seeing as we go through, and then leveraging some of the power in orange and the gold generation of Sivir to help pay, especially when you don't find seals. This game he found seals. It's very, very... it's not often I see Randy lose on this deck when he finds the early seals. But even when you don't, you still are able to make gold with Sivir, which allows you to still play this game plan even when you are not finding the seals early.
So Randy is going to be Randy gets across to the Storm Warrens. It's going to be 6-6. Irelia does have the Draven, so just got to be careful.
Well, he spent a rune on the on guard, so the Draven can't come down this turn.
Yeah, I think he's really gonna rely on Draven to win the next turn with the combat. Otherwise, it's gonna be very hard.
Yeah, it looks like he's considering the like equip and ready and then trade into a Rasa, but I do not think that's going to work out because I think losing that many runes is going to actually just put Irelia in a hole that she cannot claw out of. Because her only other unit is either another Tide Turner or it would be to play the Draven. So just double develop makes a lot more sense here.
I think
Yeah, and you need to expect that by this point in the game, Randy is going to have 2 punch firsts in his hand. So that's going to completely blow the Draven out of the water.
Yeah, let's see if he has any way to pivot though. The on the hunts are all on the bottom of the deck. Now the first on the hunt we saw was in one of his first looks, and so depending on if he has a lot of card draw in hand, he might be able to actually get to. He might be able to get to on the hunt. So we'll see if how deep we are as far as the actual looks. It looks like there's still a decent amount of cards there. I know we haven't seen the full cycle. There's gonna be a scrap heap. That can be another draw.
How are we getting these units across? Do we?
Well, that's what I'm saying. He's looking for on the hunt right now. That's what it's saying.
He knows where it is. He knows where it is. He's just trying to find it.
Yeah, there's the call shot. So now he can keep digging. He knows how many he is off of the off the card right now. The question is just like, can he get there? Because if the call shot gets him there on 4 digs, then he can pivot and he can kill the Tide Turner, get the Conquer, go even more. He knew he needed to dig with the Scrap Heap. I'm wondering, this is 3rd and final call shot, so we're not to the stack yet. It was one of the first looks that found the on the hunt. It was either first or second look that saw on the hunt. So it depends if 4 looks are getting us closer. Also, if he has another stack deck, 4 looks can get us to a stack deck, which can get us 3 more looks. I'm not sure on our count here.
You're definitely getting down there.
If it's not Draven from Irelia's side, what else could possibly come back from this scenario?
Yeah. Also,
We get the Fizz, so we get the guaranteed.
Not Fizz.
Yep, there's the next
there's the
look.
stack deck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Notably, who thought notes were public, by the way? Who was calling that? Who was telling us that? Because
Anu?
Me.
Anu, you're just wrong. Everybody in chat saying you're wrong. I was just letting
really?
you know so you don't spread that more.
Oh yeah. No, I mean I would have just showed my notes.
They are not public. All right. Anyways, we'll keep
There
going.
it is.
He found the on the hunt, right? So he knew. So
Yep.
that's the thing I'm saying with this deck is like you find your count. You know within 1 or 2 cards. If it's in a stack deck, you know it's 1 of 2 cards. So you know at least how far you have to dig. If you can only dig to 1 above it, you can't quite dig there. But now he finds the on the hunt. He can pivot the Rossas and get around to the other side.
I just think it's crazy what I've just seen him do. He literally has just gone, okay, I have my deck now. I scribble out this line. These 2 cards are my top cards.
Yeah.
He knows what he's getting.
No, exactly. I mean, that's the thing. This was the thing that we were a lot of players, myself included, were a little worried about with Spiritforged when we saw this set. I've always been trying to stack my deck in Riftbound already, and now the fact is that you can just do so. But Randy, interestingly enough, he's just going to keep the Rossas there, not going to pivot them, knowing that if he pivots them, he's fully tapped out. This is still keeping a punch first, and I believe he has either a fight or flight or a Buke available in the hand afterwards.
The Irelia player has just thrown his card onto the floor.
All right, I'm gonna hop off. I gotta go really quick.
All right, see you, Huge.
Hope Randy pulls through this. I think he's in a really good spot. But yeah, thanks for having me on.
Thank you.
See you later, Huge.
All right.
I cannot believe the I just the idea that he just has literally everything now. Like he just knows what he's getting. It's okay, Draven.
Yep. Draven, but
Here
this
we
is
go.
very expensive, right? So even though you have the really nice thing with Draven, which is the boots equipped to ready him, there's Defiant Dance. This is generally quite good to try and push over, but you're pushing over 12 might of units with the double Rasa here, right? This is pretty difficult to be able to get over. Randy not going to 6 does give Irelia a turn to try and chill, but Randy can continue to find more of his cards. I think he has another challenge in his stack. So unless the Irelia is playing to keep the not so fast up, he can still get to that challenge. In fact, it's in his hand, so he grabbed it in the last look.
I mean, if he has a punch first in hand, this is Randy by the way. Rasa goes to hold 6, move all of these Rasas across using the thing. How are you dealing with 18 might on a battlefield?
No, it's going to be a struggle. He's going to go in 7 and look for hold with punch first. Like, that is absolutely the play. I think that was shovel off the top, which he knew is in the stack, so that can get him even deeper into this deck now. He can go shovel onto Rasa, and he can find... he can either play Fizz to look for a double challenge, play through not so fast, and kill off the Draven or kill off one of the other units. Or he can even just look for stack to find another card, or he can just play Ezreal to dig 2 more. There's a lot of options if he decides to go for shovel. The question will just come down to runes. He has 1 gold now. He can potentially spend a purple. It won't come up in time. So he's going to be stuck on single punch first. He's a little bit gated by orange in this spot. And so he's going to have to watch out for that.
I mean, fortunately, he has enough to cast both challenge and punch first right now.
He does. He's exact for that.
Yeah, so, and I think you just have to hope to, or you need to like sculpt the rest of your plan to not require more than that. So that means we're looking for more purple cards. off of any of our selection right now, so we already have one fight or flight. I will assume that there are. Well, I guess fight or flight's not even a card you really want to be spending energy on. You just want to like burn power on it instead.
Yep, he will just be hiding fight or flight, most likely. This is probably going to be a full hold. He actually can't pivot. If he wants to conquer to 7, he can't pivot.
I do think it's interesting that I mean, this Irelia player should just be taking like as many notes as he can here. He's just seen his entire deck. We know what he's playing.
That's hot.
Yeah, put double cold shot on the bottom. Lets you continue to dig. Once you've recycled more cards with shovel, if we end up in that game state, but I think we're going to end this first game pretty soon here.
Just putting the fist to the top, being like, "Hey, this is what I'm gonna. This is the unit I'm pulling out."
Yeah, I mean the question is like, can he play something with shovel, go down to 1 rune, and just play around punch first as the only protection? I think that's his worry at this point. He can fizz sabotage, so he at least like knows what he's looking at and what he has to consider.
Yeah, I like this move. I don't actually think getting something back with the shovel is better than just stacking 18 points.
Yep, so full
just
stack,
letting
and then
it
if he
run,
has the
yeah.
on the hunt to pivot, then he still can play around Irelia just playing to the other side.
Yep, splitting just puts you into Draven lethal, which you just should never do. This is the only way to beat Draven in this spot.
So they're gonna get 2 draws here as the Irelia player.
Another
One-
Draven.
One from the Zone Warrens, one from the fake 8th points because they can't get the 8th points, so they'll get the extra draw.
Yeah, I mean, 1 Defiant Dance, a couple not so fast, into 4 runes up. Punch first, ready for Randy to be able to push through. I'm pretty sure Randy's just got it. I mean, this is a really tough situation to push through. Rasa just showing its power in the spot. 18 might, even more than that, 20 might on board with the +2 from the shovel.
And the hidden card, like you more likely than not think it's gonna be fight or flight. You know they run 1 in the deck, so you can't even like try and cheese a Draven win, like by pushing off the Rasas, because your Draven's just gonna get pushed off. Oh, he's thinking about challenge. And if they're the only 2 cards in hand, then
Yeah, no big deal. Gonna get one more card off this as well. I don't think there's actually any cards that he can draw that are gonna be really valuable here, but he is still gonna get that draw, and then he still has the punch first, which is important.
interesting to why we didn't use Not So Fast here.
You absolutely do not. You just want to discard 1 and then use the other one for a treat. You want to not. You don't need to. You just push the. You have another Tide Turner, so you just can push it for the draw. Same thing. If you had 1 Tide Turner, though, you definitely use Not So Fast here. I don't think you need to.
Yeah, I do think it's his decisions on when to use a rune rather than using a gold is quite interesting. Obviously I don't play Sivir, so
I mean, at minimum, you can probably surmise the general heuristic is like to use Sivir at least once a turn. Otherwise, like, you know, like baseline, and then you find the utility scenarios where you probably shouldn't use her, and then you find the scenarios where you should use her more than once. So, I think I would rather focus personally, like when I'm watching Randy, is just like, why is it bad to use Sivir here? And I think we should probably do this like during Kuvi's corner, but like if we could do an analysis of like what the ramp, like what the rune curve is while you're using Sivir every turn, and what that implies for like Sivir's deck construction too, I think would be pretty interesting. So
I don't think it's a general rule, though. I think you absolutely
not.
adapt if you want to recycle or not, depending on the exact spot where you are.
yeah, I mean, like for sure. Like obviously, like everything is case by case, but like It's a shortcut because this is like a 36-minute game, right? And we'll have to have some sort of like mental notes on like how to do things here and there. Wait, does this? No, never mind.
I mean, he has to die in combat, doesn't he? But he can't die now because he's got GA. So
He goes for stack. Where is his on the hunt now? It's not in the bin, right? He just rebottomed it and he's just gonna find it again.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it'd be nice to know how many cards are in his deck.
Because he is stacked in hand, he can play Fizz off of the hold with the shovel, and he can draw even more. So if it's in the stack, he's fine. I think he always gets there. He also has the fight or flight to help pivot as well, but I think he needs the on the hunt pivot here to be able to send everything in.
I'm just thinking because on the hunt has 2 power, like it can't even be defied. So like Randy knows that he can play this without it being punished. I guess
like 7 or 8 cards in the deck.
I'm just thinking, I guess you would just have to play around Ride the Wind so that you don't lose if you bring everything back.
If you bring everything back and send it in, Ride the Wind doesn't beat you. Because like your showdown resolves first. Like it's not gonna do anything.
Yeah, it's not the same turn.
Playing Defiant Dance in response to the Sabotage so it doesn't get taken. Because Randy's going to see that there's nothing here. And if he's taking Sabotage, that must mean he knows his count to be able to go find... I mean, he must be finding on the hunt here with this look. Because he also has Punch first, so... just assigning damage to Draven. He just needs enough damage to kill Draven. So actually, he might not even need the on the hunt. If he has the punch first still in hand, he actually just fight or flights one of these back. Draven is currently 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No, but Draven actually has the Guardian Angel, so you can't win with combat damage into Guardian Angel Draven. You actually do have to go for the Conquer. Yeah. So there's the channel. This is just the ordering for the... and there it is. Yeah, there's the on the hunt in hand now. I think I saw him flick past it.
Yeah. Yeah.
He knew he's always finding it, which is why he goes for Sabotage to see the hand, make sure he knows what he's going into. You just go back. You're able to go conquer everything. He's going to draw one more card here.
Wait, is that on the hunt?
I thought I saw it in hand.
I thought it was a seal.
If not, he's going to find it. Well, there is a seal as well in the hand. I'm pretty sure there's an on the hunt.
Oh, well,
if not, he's going to find it. I mean,
he just found it then. He just pulled it off then.
No, that was an Ezreal. But I think he had it in hand already. Or he just needed the Fizz. One or the other. It's either in the bin or he has it. I know he has it. I know that's what he's playing towards. This is something we talk about all the time with this deck. This is like a very normal play pattern for the deck. I can't see it. It's there somewhere.
There it is. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Okay. So he didn't have it, but he was finding it. Yeah. So he knows it's there. This is exactly what we're looking for. You get the on the hunt. You play it. Ready everything. Send it all in. Beautiful. Well done, Randy. I executed perfectly. This is exactly what his deck is supposed to do. This is exactly how it's been drawn up. This is exactly what Sivir wants to do. You draw through your entire deck. You stack exactly what you need for this situation. You develop a bunch of might. You win the game. Easy peasy. And that's game one going over to Randy.
Easy
takes
peasy.
A little bit of brain power, but...
I don't know. I also feel like already Irelia struggles when she goes to like 4 runes or less.
Here we go. Game 2. Double obelisk for this one. Be Randy going second with 5 runes. Let's see if the Irelia is able to adapt to this, because now, I mean, he's seen the entire deck. That is the other thing after game 1. You know every single card in Randy's deck, pretty much, at this point, because he went through all of them.
In a weird way, going second, having Obelisk, maybe knowing that Irelia will play Obelisk going first is a great little, like, I mean, it's probably already been discussed, but a nice little slip up to like the expected rune curve.
Yeah. Wait, what if
Having
you
more
just like
runes
lets you go off earlier, right? You can start actually digging a lot faster.
Yeah, but I think for Irelia specifically, 3 to 5 is much more important than 4 to 6, right?
Yeah,
Because the break point of just playing the Irelia.
This can give you turn
wonder-
1 Stellacorn. That's pretty good.
That turn 1 is insane, though,
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, not found. It is just going to be the little bit of a deck hand coming through. Go ahead and score. I think
fine, yeah.
generally the
Sivir can
Sivir
be
deck is fast
accelerated.
enough to not be too worried about that.
Sivir can and probably should be
Wait,
accelerated.
the new
here,
rules. It's
actually.
fine. You can
Yeah,
do it.
yeah. I was about to say
You're
the
fine.
same thing.
Ukshan is so one thing we found with Ukshan, not super amazing on this list. You don't love it, but against Irelia, stealing Guardian Angels is really good. it's a very good thing to do. Because they never get it back. When they kill your Ukshan, he just comes back to life, and they don't get, and then your Guardian Angel dies. So he basically gets to kill Guardian Angel in these colors that doesn't often just have the gear destruction you normally want. And with 5 runes, why not cast the Sabotage on the first turn of the game? Go ahead and just make your gold.
Interesting. I think it depends on the hand, but I do think accelerated
Holy.
Sivir could actually be pretty
Oh, that's
fair
true.
to deal with
Yeah.
the deckhand.
Yeah, I don't mind accelerated Sivir here either, Kuvi. I think it's a pretty reasonable idea.
It only gets punished by Irelia plus on guard realistically, because then the Irelia can be accelerated. But then
yeah.
it depends on your hand. Can you punish that or not? But I do
Yeah,
think
Defiant Dance also would trade, which is...
yeah, but then you make them deramp quite a bit.
Yeah. There's a few reasons to not, but also I don't hate it as an idea. Probably depends on Randy's hand as well. I'm trying to catch a little bit of a glimpse. It looks like he does have a called shot at the very least, and then we knew about the Ukshan. It looks like he must not have
Really?
anything really good, so he just goes with the Ukshan, not worried about stealing a Guardian Angel with this one. Just going to use it as an early game beat stick for 4. I mean, I told y'all at the start of the day Randy's winning this tournament, and I believe in him, and we'll see if he can actually make it happen.
I think I like playing the Akshan here over Sivir, just solely based off the fact that you're not wasting the legend ability.
It had already
You're
been
not
used on that
eating up
turn
power.
anyway. With the sabotage.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I mean, yeah. So I would rather play Akshan, yeah.
The action is crucial actually to remove the Guardian Angel. I think it's when I said top 5. Okay, when I said the most important cards, it was, in my opinion, Sabotage, Mansfitter, Rebuke, and Switcheroo. I think the 5th card is Action because it eats the Guardian Angels. So I personally would have kept it. I think Action is really important in this matchup.
Yep, love the sabotage here. He knows the Defy is there, but he's just trying to shred even more cards. Because Irelia is like very low on resources, so you just go Sabo, you say, okay, like, go ahead. You can defy this, or I'll just take like an even better card and strand you with some defies. Now it looks like the hand's probably just a little bit weak after that from Randy. I know he has a Fizz, so I think 3rd Sabo is very likely to happen at some point here. But he also has On the Hunt, which he's not going to want. It's possible he just discards that later with an Ezreal or something of that nature to potentially play off of an endgame Fizz. Ends up finding, I think that's double heap, and if he has an Ezreal, I think this is a pretty decent spot to start really ramping through this game and start digging through the deck a lot quicker. It's possible the On the Hunt can still end up just staying in the hand for a while, but we'll see where it goes. There's a stack deck.
I think it was stack deck and heap off of the call shot.
Another call shot there. He's definitely wants an Ezreal, so if he doesn't have the Ezreal yet, this is what he is looking for. And so it's possible he ends up just going called shot again, and he won't be able to play it until next turn, though, if he does. It'll be wanting to be played with the gold and then one more rune, and it looks like that is what the take was. probably not happy with this overall early game with the draws. Not been fantastic. A little bit slow, but that's the benefit of this deck is you're going to see most of your deck. So slow start doesn't necessarily mean the end of the world. You can kind of start to find the rest of the pieces as you go. It will just be a Fizz. I think this might just be stack deck Fizz. I don't think he's very happy with the hand. So instead of Sabo, it's probably stacked. Yeah, makes sense.
There's a lot
Still
of
no
D-ramp
Ezreal.
and no steal though.
Yep.
Lots of D-ramp.
Well, that's what Obelisk buys you, right? So he's deramped a ton, but he's still on 3 runes. He'll still be going back up to 5. And this deck operates on probably like 5 to 8 runes is generally the spot that you're sitting in. You want to be on the top end of that, right? You want to be sitting around 7 or 8 runes for as much as the game as you can, but you don't need to ever really go much higher than that. And you can still operate most of your curve, most of your cards at 5 runes and still play pretty meaningful turns, especially as the trash gets filled. We're not at that point yet, especially with Fizz having to, you know, kind of decrease that trash size by getting rid of that stack deck and putting it at the bottom, but it still can kind of get there slowly.
I assume this. Well, I mean, we know the Axon got sideboarded in. So what we're trying to hit with that, with the GA from Irelia, I guess.
Yeah, usually, yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, it's for the GA. Yeah,
Okay,
as was mentioned,
really
the
hands
interaction with
well.
the GA is that when your Uxtron dies, it just comes back to life, and then the GA disappears. They don't actually even get their GA back, so it's essentially just destroying their Guardian Angel on the other side.
I mean, the early hand is full. It's like double discipline and then defy and then fight or flight. So we kind of do have ways to make sure this Irelia doesn't die, really.
Mhm.
But I actually like this TH. I think going. I was thinking of discipline on Irelia and going back with her just to draw and cycle and everything, but I think it's better to actually use your runes during the opponent's turn here. If you manage to go to 6 by holding, probably that deckhand is probably dead.
Yeah.
Your priority should be to protect Irelia. If you use anything on deckhand, then it's a problem. Deckhand can just go. It has served its purpose. It literally got you 3 points. One of the most important things in Irelia is knowing how to sacrifice your little minions, and your minions are the small units, because the queen is the one that needs to be alive. So you need to just keep your stuff for Irelia, basically.
Yeah, I mean, what I will say is I'm looking at the hand for Randy, and it's kind of like a go game 3 hand, but we'll see if this this called shot can completely turn it around or not. The defy is going to hurt quite a bit. There's
I
hard
love
bargain,
this.
but I don't know that you can hard bargain the defy here. It's going to just get paid through.
I mean, the good thing here is that there's no more green runes for Irelia, so you know there's no not so fast, you know there's nothing. I mean, it's mainly not so fast and no other defy. So that's somewhat of good news. So, like, challenge for sure cannot get not so fasted, cannot get defied, but we don't have any of those in hand anyway. I'm still a huge believer in, I think Sivir accelerated turn 1 to deal with that deckhand that got the Irelia player 3 points. But
Yeah, it
there's
might have
just-
been the line, because even the trade, right, you're denying the points. So even if the Divine Dance was the play, it'd be a decent spot. I think still for Randy. May have been the mistake in this game, especially with the hand being a little bit tough to work with. Lot of
Especially-
looks already, right? Double the call shot looks, 2 stack decks. So we've seen 10 additional cards and not found an Ezreal, which is certainly what Randy was hoping to find to keep accelerating through this deck. A little bit low on the variance in this spot, but we'll see if you can keep playing through it.
Also going
Third
second
defy.
in, which won't be used. Can't be used here because of the Nora green. But yeah, third defy. Going second in Riftbound, whenever you're going second, a general rule is that you have to play riskier. Because going second is significantly worse than going first. Especially this set. So whenever you're going second, you have to get in the mindset to play slightly riskier. Because inherently you have a lower chance of winning the game. If that if that makes sense.
You know, I think it does. I mean, I was going to ask, is there any deck apart from Darius that actually likes going second?
Does Darius even actually like it? I know he can do some like cool stuff, but I don't think there's anyone that should like going second. I know there's some.
No, as in, like,
yeah.
I say like it is in the sense of like I don't hate it. As in like
Aggro
you
each
always
other.
want to go first.
You don't hate it as
like-
much as this Irelia player doesn't hates this their Irelia, or
The
Is it
answer is
really?
aggro Timo, for the record.
Sure.
Aggro Timo so that you can sneaky deckhand onto a site
And
first
then hide something. Sure.
and then load it.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. So fighter flight as well. Just gonna hold on to this. Go to 6 points. Yeah, I think. I mean, Randy still has one floating here, so he can accelerate the Sivir out. And wait, does Randy know this hand? Does he know the rest of this hand? Is he missing any of the cards?
one discipline.
So you know the discipline's there, which means the Sivir only is a 6. So
Yeah,
it will
we
just
have
trade the discipline, but I guess you don't really have that much of a choice. Okay,
Whoa.
this is an idea. This is kill Irelia. This is saying, yeah, this just kills Irelia, right?
I mean, it's
Does it?
oh
mean-
yeah, I guess it's both. You can oh
This
no,
is game
you
2
know
of-
Oh yeah.
he. As I say, he can't.
Yeah, well, because we just said that he knows that there's a discipline here, right? So this
Yeah,
you have to do all this to send this all in.
This is literally game 2 of going on the quest of, how do I kill my Irelia? I really want to really maximize the chances of my Irelia dying. And this is the
So
second
Kuvi,
time.
you telling me that you don't like the Irelia player losing their Irelia in the Protect the President
Why
style
did we
deck?
fight or flight that action? Like, wait, what did I say about the important things? We don't care about the small units. Deckhand doesn't matter. Your small units don't matter. Protect your queen. Why did we spend 2 to protect Deckhand? Deckhand was trading into action anyway. We don't care that it trades into the Fizz. You actually want the action to
So
die.
this is actually given an opening where Randy maybe can come back in this game, and I know that's funny to say when we're looking at 1 rune on his side. But Irelia is down to just a deckhand and only some defensive spells. And Randy has this Sivir available that can get ganking, it can run over. The big issue is that the Defiant Dance was such a phenomenal draw here that will allow the deckhand to get over the top. So it comes down to, does Randy have a way to actually kill this deckhand on the next maybe turn or 2? And I think that will be a struggle. Our grave count is at 7, it will be going up to 8. So Rasa can come down, but it'll still be for 2 runes if it's found. So Rasa challenge is not quite getting there, not enough runes. It's going to be a bit of a struggle. It looks like we may be stuck where this is just going to have to be a pivot. Yeah, 6 points is going to be really tough. Actually, I take it back. 6 points with the discipline. I think we're 1 rune short of having any out. Because now this deckhand will be able to go double conquer on the next turn. So I think we are at that stage where this is going to be it. There's the challenge, but he's not going to be able to find the Rasa and have the ability to actually play both out. So it's just going to be look for 1 more card, and then I think we'll probably see a scoop out of Randy as soon as he sees the discipline shown. Yeah. Confront Rasa would be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So Confront would be the 9th card in bin, and then Rasa would be able to be played. So Confront Rasa would have gotten there, but we are going to go game 3. And if he did have Confront Rasa, Randy might just win the game, because it'd be pretty stable with no units available for the Irelia player. So a little bit closer than it looked, but this was definitely a rough early start. And I think, Kuvi, you might be right. The risk maybe was needed, especially because the hand wasn't looking as amazing, but seeing as how Randy had 10 looks to go through, most players in China have never seen a Sivir deck like this. The WeChat was blowing up with people talking about this deck, and every single time they are trying to figure out on the fly what their game plan is supposed to be into this Sivir deck. He's made the decision that he didn't need to hold on to more for the Irelia. He's been put in an uncomfortable spot, and he ended up losing it. We are going to go into game 3. This is going to be Sunken Temple from Irelia, and it is Sigil of the Storm for Sivir, which I think some people will tend to be a little confused about, but really it is just, you are still a late game deck. You are playing a slower controlled game. forcing your opponent to recycle runes. When you actually conquer it, you just kind of make a gold, is completely fine.
Yeah, you don't lose anything really. You just get a. I mean, I guess you lose.
Yeah, you still
rune
lose
that
a
you can
rune, like
use
you
for
still
energy.
lose something,
Yeah,
but you get a
but-
rebate.
Yeah.
All right, this time we do have a Guardian Angel start with the Stellacorn. I think the Stellacorn was really important in game 1 for the Irelia staying up in cards. And if it hadn't been for the draw, not finding an Ezreal for Randy, I actually think game 2 would have been pretty dire for the Irelia. They were pretty low on resources, but Randy just did not present enough for it to matter. And I think that the Irelia was able to just kind of dominate the game from there.
So
So
Ren tested Sigil and really did not like it in the Sivir build, which is interesting. So I'm hoping that Randy can show me the actual power of this card, because I feel like it does have potential. Like logically, it makes sense that it would be good in this deck.
Defiant Dance, Draven, Stellacorn, Poro, Guardian Angel, quite a lot of cards.
oh
In oh,
Billy
Billy
Buffering?
died. Oh no,
yeah, no, that's okay.
We got it. Poro comes down. Always a good turn 1 play. We got triple
We're
back deck
a
in hand.
couple. We're just a couple card selection here.
Yeah, just a little bit of card selection.
A little bit.
Time. Oh,
Not
wait,
bad.
I guess. I guess you can't take notes, but you can in the sense of like, hey, these two cards are together. I need to write down that they're together. When
You can.
Oh, we got the Ezreal.
Yeah, he found
We
Ezreal and he
need
has triple
to
stack. This hand
find-
is incredible, by the way.
We need to find a seal as soon as possible for Sivir.
Yes.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I would not mind discarding one of these stack decks to Ezreal.
Yeah.
I would
thinking the same.
start with stack though, because you can still find heap, and then you're just gonna discard that to Ezreal and just have infinity cards in your hand.
If you find seal, the game is over.
Shovel, challenge. Challenge is still probably good. On the hunt to the bottomless shovel makes the most sense. Those are your late game cards.
I assume both the Sivir signature spell and the shovel are 1-ups.
Yeah, it should be.
So you just
Honestly,
yeah.
I would pick challenge too, based on how much I've seen the Irelia's just abandon their champion.
Give you free
Honestly,
challenges.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna pick every challenge I see.
Yeah, I mean, it also makes sense because it's next to your 2 late game cards that you want at the bottom of your stack anyway. But now that he didn't see the heap on him, I think we may end up seeing that Ezreal on a stack deck. But the other option is to literally just play all of the stack decks and wait on your Ezreal for another turn. There's the heap. And now, I mean, it's always just heap because you have Ezreal in hand. And so now Ezreal punch first. So punch first gets to be kind of a third. Punch first is also a late game card. This is like you want it for the final fight. So that's also going to go to the bottom here. I'm going to see Randy go for it.
The engine is going. We need one seal, and it's the whole Exodia is here, but we need seal from this.
We're just gonna find it now. Ready? Seal, seal, seal off the top deck.
Okay, Trove.
It was treasure trove, treasure trove.
Part of me, I want to say it's bargain. Yeah, I was going to say, I want to say it's bargain because I could see Trove in a lot of spots, but you have Ezreal Heap as your next turn. So really all you wanted was a seal. But other than that, I think the bargain is fine. You can still find some good opportunities.
No one's gonna
for
talk
that.
about the that slick fan out the cards motion when the judge asked.
Look,
"Show me your
Randy's a
cards in
gamer,
there."
dude. Randy's a card
Oh,
gamer.
yeah, I'm shouting it out. I think that's pretty rizzy. That's pretty drippy right there. You know, like only other person I've seen it done like spectacularly well is Carmen. She is very good at the. I like to call it the Yu-Gi-Oh slide, but that's neither here nor there.
I mean, Randy was a Yu-Gi-Oh player, so there you go.
Okay, Defy picked up from the top
Telecorn
deck.
here is really good. Does Telecorn pass? If we play Irelia, we're deciding to lose the game.
Okay, Cooney, are you ready for a Sivir into challenge?
This is gonna be the fastest Sivir into challenge. I swear to God, Randy. You're
I'm
not. You don't
teleporting
even.
to Mars.
Don't even
I'm
think,
literally
Randy. Randy, do not
teleporting.
even. Yeah.
that's
The
the Sivir.
don't even. Thank you for not considering another option. There is no other. Just you win the game
I
right
don't
here.
understand. I
Just
don't
win the game.
understand.
Just win the game right now.
Like, do
Yeah.
you not like Irelia?
Thank
We should
you,
switch
Randy.
to Yasuo. I am dead ass. We should switch. We just switch legends and play Yasuo.
Thank you, Randy. Win
I'm
the game.
serious.
Clip it
Oh
and
my
ship it.
God.
What? I mean, you know what? This Irelia player must just be playing Irelia because they hate her. And they're like, I want to see as many Irelias die as possible.
No, it truly is not knowing what the hell you're supposed to do in this matchup. It really is. Like, he just genuinely doesn't know.
Waste game.
I know, Kuvi, some people do not adapt that quickly into the games as is possible. He just still is not understanding how to play into this matchup. It's not like challenges come out. It was in one of the games. Most of the time he was losing the Irelia in combat. Sometimes you also just have to risk it, but after 3 card selections, I would have been a bit worried about leaving anything exposed to challenge. And he does have a Draven follow-up, so this could have been entirely intended as just saying, I'll play Ezreal now if you or Irelia now. If you have the challenge, then that sucks. But if you do, I'll just play Draven. So I do think there's like
that a lot.
I think there's like pretty. This was the most reasonable like Irelia sacrifice we've seen so far. I think because there's like an immediate game plan behind it of I'll just play Draven next turn. Finally a seal for Randy. Billy.
Hey, we found it.
You can say for what it is. It's just inting. I'm down for it though. Tactical inting.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't think it is like I think the risk was thought about. I don't think it was just like oh well, I'll just play this Irelia and who cares. Like I think he knew that he could die to challenge, and then he has the Draven in the back.
I do think it's quite interesting that if you're a player and you see your opponent like going really slow, then you play a card and you're just like, oh, they took their turn in like 5 seconds. You know you messed up. Like you know that they were very happy with what you just did.
Yeah.
Like.
Defy gonna come out.
Yeah, Taxon.
Love the hard bargain.
bargain.
Just continue to stack. Protect this. You eat a rune anyways, and you continue to stack with the cold shot.
Oh my god, Randy is popping off this game. Come on, show me the rosses. I need the rosses now.
I will highlight this as a very important play. I think the call shot is worth defying much more than the average person thinks.
Yep. I think defy always, it's a little bit harder if you're like a Fiora and you have riposte, or you're like trying to look to like maybe hard bargain it. I think hard bargain you can kind of get away with doing it too, but defy I think you can almost always feel comfortable firing away at a cold shot. Very few circumstances where I wouldn't want to defy cold shot. Maybe if you need to hold it up for like challenge or something, then maybe you could.
There's one more thing I'll say about like running the Irelia down is if you have a plan, then it's certainly much more justifiable.
Yep.
And I think Draven was the plan.
I am what I am saying right now. I'm going on record saying I do not think playing the Irelia out was actually bad, knowing that there was a Draven in the hand. I think it was fine. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Kuvi may disagree. It's still an engine. I don't love losing your Irelia, but I think when you have the backup Draven, if the other option of your turn was essentially like passing because you don't have a unit, then yeah, I kind of like the Irelia. But I do think you have time in this matchup, and that's something that maybe could have been recognized, and you could have just gone for something like the Guardian Angel that's been in the hand and just waited. But I think maybe he got scared seeing the Akshan in the previous game and didn't want to just like play that into an Akshan, and then that's like his whole turn.
I just got blocked by Kuvi on Twitter.
Yeah.
I take
What?
I'm joking.
I'm not on Twitter.
Uh,
I mean,
Based.
I'm not.
Triple Defiant Dance, by the way. Combats are going to be pretty hard for Randy. And this Draven can start to farm a lot of points if there's not a good answer to it in that case, especially with a Guardian Angel being able to be equipped. Game is definitely not over yet. I think the Draven being a follow-up and a really insane Irelia hand, Triple Defiant Dance is just absolutely cooked when it comes to combats.
And there's
a little
Spiritforged
tough.
too, right?
Triple sabotage this hand. Easy.
And realistically, I've seen it done many times from this deck, so I don't. It's definitely not out of the realm. We did see a Sabo get bottomed, but also you could grab the 2 more plus a Fizz, and that's going to be your triple Sabos coming through.
The defy is a problem for the first sabo, I think. But yeah, it's still very easily doable.
That Rebuke is pretty nice.
I was to say the rebuke is very nice.
Because if he can combine it with a Sabotage, he can actually just get through some amount of this, because he just needs to know there's not a not so fast, and then he's good in that spot. He's got the repeat with the Ezreal there. trying to see if there is a defy.
5 cards in hand.
I think we're at the stage where we just also want to find punch firsts now. I know we bottomed at least one. And precisely speaking, do we know if Randy's on 2 or 3 punch first?
I don't know his like exact
it's
current build. It's
two.
probably 2.
I don't think we saw 3 in the
You don't
first
play
game.
that many 3-ofs outside of the searchers in this deck. There's not really a reason to, because you
Yeah.
just like always find it.
Yeah.
You always find it, and then Fizz can always bring it back. So you have more than...
All right, I want to see Randy's reaction in real time to the
To the
sabotage.
triple defiant dance? Yeah,
Let's
it's
get
not
the
gonna
face
be.
come up.
Yeah,
Oh, there's no defy. Oh,
Yeah,
that's much
there's
better.
no defy.
but it doesn't
And he's
matter.
like, no, my cards is...
Oh,
he wants
ooh.
the draw.
I don't like this.
You could draw defy here, maybe.
I think that's what he wants. He doesn't want Randy to see the hand, so he's trying to find a defy. Doesn't get it.
He is so upset about what's about to happen.
This is
I need Randy's... I need to see Randy's face.
Wow.
Yep. Stone cold. He does not care.
Stone fucking
Yeah.
cold.
He just has
Mad
to figure out how to
respect.
beat it, right? Because you know, triple defiant dance is pretty tough. There's the fight or flight as well. He has to consider, but the triple defiant dance is going to be really annoying.
Okay, I'm gonna make I'll make a wager right here. After this match, no matter what, Randy's gonna message you, Cass, and be like triple fucking defiant dance or whatever. I bet.
To be
I
honest,
bet.
knowing Randy, I do not think he cares that much about. I don't think this is really mattering to him. Like, if he loses because of it, then I will receive the message.
Oh, I love how he's just like, yeah, you are not having that. You can have those 3 defiant
Well,
hands.
see, that's what I'm thinking. Like, I also was thinking this might just be a fight or flight take, right? Because that is
he
the
has
one.
Rebuke, right?
Yes, he
So,
does.
like, he's like, okay, you use the fight dance. Like, he could just bait them and like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
you use 2, and then I'll just rebuke. I don't care.
Exactly.
I
He
know
now
you don't
knows
have anything
rebuke is
else.
guaranteed, right? So he knows rebuke is guaranteed.
So
But yeah, I do
It's,
believe if he were to lose because of triple defiant dance, then maybe I'd receive that message on you. But other than that, no, I don't think he cares. And it's really as Marshall brought up, it's you can play through it not too horribly, right? You know the hand, you know it's triple defiant dance. You have a very great answer in hand already with just the rebuke.
it sets them back so much as well. Like 5 energy, another recycle to get the Draven out. Like it takes a turn to think, oh, we're just drawing. How many cards in? Wait, do we have?
Yeah, this might just be
Offline
current
already?
front Rasa. I think they could be online. It looks like we might be a little short for free. And he needs 2 up for rebuke.
You can pay for if. How many cards have we played?
Depends. If it's free right now, he can just go for the Rosas here.
I mean, I'm just gonna be honest with you. Why do we need to hold up rebuke? Can we just develop this turn? It's only 1/1.
Yeah, no, he's. I'm not saying hold up rebuke right now. He can just develop and then just wait. Like the other option would be like if he wants to go with the confront, because he played the confront, right? So that is meaning that everything's entering ready. If he wants to go on this turn, then he needs to hold up rebuke to play around this. But if he doesn't want to go, he could just develop and then decide to hold from there.
Okay, so it looks like 10 because it
They are
is.
free. Yeah, he's got 10.
Yeah, I think it was 12 from when I was doing very, very quick counting. Well, I probably am very wrong. So
Well, we know he's above 10.
yeah, that's all that matters.
Yep, just
Oh,
go ahead
you
and pass.
just,
Yep, makes sense.
So I guess we were just using confront to just get the card draw, like use the energy.
It also could have been
Charm
the
is
10th
a
card.
nasty draw though. This Charm with Draven is really, really good. Because you get the points. And you can kill like Rasa if you want, but it is risky.
Yeah, you can
I mean, we
repeat
know
hard
that hand
bargain
now,
here,
right?
but
Because the problem is
I mean-
Rebuke just gives Sivir points during the opponent's turn.
Yep.
And then now
and Charm was the new card.
point
Randy
tempo.
knows the
Yeah,
the full hand.
we-
Yep.
He's not scared of anything. So Yeah, he can just Slum Rebuke and say, okay.
It's very weak to fight or flight as well.
See if Randy goes for the rebuke. I think he probably do. Because it's 2 points for the Irelia. Or sorry, it's not 2 points, but you get a point for the Irelia if you let this through.
You recycle 3 though, which is
It is a lot,
79.
yeah.
It is worth it for sure, because you now have gotten point tempo. Because you go to 2 now, and then you can go to 4 next turn, and then Draven is
Then you're
playing
ahead.
from the back foot kind of.
Nice Defiant Dance. Please select a target that's on this board.
So
Like,
interesting. Draven can be replayed and readied
true.
and sent back in, but you would be completely tapping out and allowing the ability for a crackback. So I think you just can't do that, which means that, as Kuvi said, point tempo starts to go in the favor of Randy. It does mean that there is like this slight concern of Draven catching back up on the point tempo, but
Right away, I mean, because you can replay
Yeah.
Draven and then go in and go to 4 right now. By
Wait,
just
is killing the Sivir that important?
Sivir.
To this Irelia player, yes.
well, so I think Kuvi, if you do that though, you are likely gonna lose your Draven. But I guess you have the Guardian Angel, right? So
Like, you're not even scoring, so it's not even like
yeah.
They scored with the Draven, right? Like,
already
Yeah.
exactly. So killing the like, you're only getting rid of the Sivir, and
You're right. Yeah, you'd only go to 3
go to
because you
3
scored that
because you
battlefield
have the
this turn.
whole-
Oh
Yeah,
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 that's
yeah.
true. That's true.
Yeah, one of those weird spots where you've lost control of it, but you have scored it, so you actually still can't. Yeah, you can't just rescore it.
This is fair. The biggest problem for Irelia this game is going to be runes. We will recycle too much with the battlefield, and we need a lot of runes to actually beat
Yeah.
this rebuke by going back into the board. So we lost a lot of tempo, and you can make up for tempo by redeveloping board, but the redeveloping board needs runes, and we won't have that many.
yeah, the way I see this game right now is just that so few points have been gained that even though Randy's at 2 runes, so much time to build back up, and then has already generated a massive hand advantage thanks to like multiple call shots. So I think Irelia's cooked this game, and this is kind of like, it's nice to see the difference between like what the games look like when it's like turn 1 deckhand versus not. Oh no, this is fascinating.
Interesting.
Red the Wind's an interesting draw.
I don't think you G-ramp here. I don't think you G-ramp
No, you would lose way too much. You'd lose 2 runes for the Red the Wind.
Two runes
Yeah.
to get a point. Oh,
Wow. No, I'm with you, Kuvi. I don't agree with this.
yeah, that's
not at all.
crazy.
I feel I just said the problem for Irelia is going to
Yeah.
be runes, and then we're
The Draven is not going to be playable for the rest of this game, right? Like, we're just not going to be able to ever play it.
Yeah.
I wonder if he forgot about this or what? Because already just even casting the Red the Wind is still -1 rune, which feels a bit tough.
Okay, hear
He's
me
got another
out.
Stellacorn though, so even if he can't play the Draven, he's still got some play that he can do, right? He still has some other units that can be played, but yeah, going down to 3 runes, 5 on the next turn. He's gone down to Randy's level, and guess what? This Sivir deck plays way better on low econ. This Sivir deck does not care. We are at the point where we have 10 runes in the bin. You don't need that many runes. 5, 6 runes, that's gonna be plenty for Sivir at this point.
I mean, we have a second roster in hand anyway. We can play for free, so we're at least nearly. We're going up. Trying to think of what the math is on it. Like 33% in my. No, it's 66.
So as you see right now what Randy's doing, he counted his grave, and so now he's counting all the cards that he has, cards in hand, just so that he knows exactly how many cards are left in his deck. He knows how many cards are in the stack, so this is him just refreshing his memory on the stack where he is in the deck, so that he knows what's coming up next. Because he should be at stack very soon.
Can you not just count your deck? Is there something against that?
No, you can pick up your deck and count it. Usually it's faster to count the other zones.
Okay.
Usually. At a certain point, your deck will be smaller than the other zones, but... Either way would work on it. You could count either side. But it's like when people count their full deck instead of counting their sideboard to find out how many cards they have in their deck, right? You can either count your full deck, or you could count the sideboard, and then that should inform you how many cards are in your deck.
Yeah.
Can you not just like pick up your deck and just like count the cards?
That's what we were just talking about. Where is Marshall been? This is Marshall. How cooked is Marshall at this moment?
I am done. I am done.
The game is over on the spot right now.
Yeah. I'm thinking about the next game. I'm thinking like, what's going on?
Yep, great challenge from Randy. You know, to stay on point tempo, he is going to have to go back down to 2 runes back to the gulag, but you do it, right?
Oh, did you see that? Did you see that? Randy crossed off a card from the notes list, so
yep,
we
so he's
are
back to the top.
Yeah, we're back on top.
Yep, which means from now on, Randy knows exactly what card he has on the top of the deck within a degree of 1 card, because stack deck is 2 cards, right? So it's one or the other. So within accuracy of a 50-50, if it's just the single top deck, you know exactly what's there. Generally, you even just know because of call shot, but and at this point, you're often drawing more than 1 card on each turn because you still have a bunch of card draw engines in your hand. So even if one is like in a 50-50, you can probably dig and find it if you need to.
We have Irelia main deck on top of that, and then I mean maybe that's why we like are not as scared to throw, you know, to like sacrifice her kind of maybe. But runes are gonna be the problem.
Yeah, it should be done. I think that rebuke was way too backbreaking. I think deramping after that fact just kind of put the nail in the coffin. Though I'm not convinced that Irelia really had much way back in regardless, but certainly deramping 2 more runes did not help. I think being on 7 runes here is a reasonable difference.
What are the odds? Irelia player plays Irelia, targets with GA, deramps again, then deramps again, and then goes to Sigil and Storm and deramps again.
0%. 0% that they'll do that. I think it's actually 0. There's no way. Actually 0%.
If this happens now, this is just a great way to end.
Oh my god, the part that I'm most excited about is Randy winning, but then also after that, like no break until for the next round.
I mean, yeah, it should be relatively short. Yeah.
Randy understands the assignment. Nice.
Yeah.
And the odds are that the production love him so much that they bring him back for next set, and we just watch Randy climb.
Now, this deck from Randy, I probably played against like 100 reps against Randy. I swear to God, this broke me from playing like a bunch of other decks.
There is no way.
I don't think he's going to Sigil, right? This is
he paid the wrong rune. You need to pay a green, buddy. You played a purple.
Well, you could pay purple for the for Aurelia, right?
No,
Did he pay double purple?
Yeah. So he did it.
Just did it in backwards order.
Cass, you know what was that percentage you just said?
I said 0 that he's going to Sigil.
Oh no. Wait, what?
Oh, the order needs to be in it needs to be in the other order.
Hey, respect. I respect that. Okay.
There's no way he's going to Sigil.
No, I agree.
I told you, 0%. 0% he's going to Sigil.
Bro, he's not playing around.
Punch first? Yeah, this is a 7 into 6. Why would we ever run at the Ezreal? The punch first always kills us.
Okay.
Yeah, but this Sivir deck definitely put me off of a couple other lists that I was trying, because when I look over at Randy and he's got his entire deck in his hands, and I'm like 10 cards deep in mine, I'm like, what are we doing here? You know, what are we? Why? We are playing different games at this point.
I actually just think it's really funny that Randy is on 1 rune at that turn.
Well, you don't. That's all you need. You don't really need runes at a certain point in the game in this deck. You know, just keep digging through.
Oh, Sabo? Go on, use the Sabo. What are we pulling out? Challenge? Just kill the Irelia? Oh
Absolutely.
my god. If this wasn't brutal enough, he just takes it. He's like, yep.
This challenge is really, really good. Get to move everything home. And now next turn it's done. I mean, there's nothing Irelia can do. That's going to be it. Randy making the top 16. I told y'all he's winning this tournament. I told y'all he's winning. I think Randy's very, very strong on this deck. I think the deck is strong. I don't think it's the best deck in the game, but I do think Randy pilots it, like, you know, pretty much to the degree that you can pilot this deck. I think, you know, we can argue in that second game. I think Kuvi and I probably both feel that maybe Sivir Accelerate was correct. I'll probably ask him about it. Like, because I'm sure it went through his thought process on, like, whether or not he can play this. But he decided against it, and, yeah, it's, this deck is quite powerful when you're playing it, near perfection, and if people don't know what you're doing or don't play around things properly, yep, they get smashed.
Fight of flight as well. Sabo, he's just...
Also, sometimes you just can't play around things in this deck. Like, they Sabo you, like, four times, and then they're challenging your stuff, and you just, like, don't have enough resources left to deal with it, so. Sorry, Randy, you've successfully blown up your spot for Bologna, but he knew that by bringing it to the event. He wanted to win, and he's already got his best of Sivir in his pocket from this event. Not literally, but he's the last Sivir standing, and he could definitely take this thing down.
I heard that it takes 2 months to collect the best of cards, apparently.
In China?
No.
I don't know if that's
Oh, in
true.
China?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they had them on site for Houston. I would have been.
Yeah, they
I
did.
would have
They have not
thought
had them
they,
on site for China historically.
Ah,
Not for
interesting.
the first
I
one.
asked a couple of people that I know there, and they're like, "Nope, you have to wait a month to get it mailed." And I was like, "What the? That's so much."
I wonder if they'll ship it out.
I mean, they better.
They're like, sorry, no, you have to send it to a Chinese address.
He said, "I have taken all of your spells."
Yep.
There you go, Randy.
GG's Randy.
Good work, brother. Good work. Get it done. I'm glad we got him on stream. Now you can all see the power of Sivir. Now I don't have to hold my tongue when people ask about Sivir. Because I've had to look for look, Randy came up with this deck. I've been testing with him for a while for Bologna, and like he's like, "Hey, can we keep this a secret? I think I found something really good." And like, I mean, yeah, it looks pretty good to me. Like, looks pretty good to me.